It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And if you're feeling a little bit low today, I think this next conversation and topic is definitely going to lift up our spirits, especially our mental health. We're going to be acknowledging mental health awareness right now, especially considering that it is still May. And we're also going to be acknowledging the important role of our furry friends and how they play in helping us cope with the day-to-day stresses that we all have to deal with. Now, from morning snuggles to evening strolls and loyal companionship, I think our pets enrich our lives in more ways than we can think, right? So we've got an incredible panel here. We've got pet owner Lindy Peters, and we've got life coach Kalika Morris, along with pet behaviorist Carice Nafte in the building. And they've also brought along their furry companions. So let me first say good morning to the ladies. How are we doing?
Good morning.
And then can I say good morning to your furry companions as well? Do you want to maybe introduce each of them? Lindy,
Yeah,
you wanna go
sure.
first?
This is Mademoiselle Lulabelle.
Mademoiselle Lulabelle. All right,
Lulabelle,
very
yes.
fitting, like a queen. And then we've got over here, Kalika.
This floof ball is Snow.
Snow, the floof ball, all right?
Yes.
And then,
Hi.
Hi, floof ball. And then, Chris, who do we have here?
I've got Bear with me this morning.
We all remember
Yes,
Bear. Bear's
Bear.
like family for us right now. Lindy, maybe I can dive straight into this conversation because right now, just sitting here, being around animals for me, look at me smiling. Look at the energy. The whole environment has constantly changed. For you being someone that I think is a human being going through all these crazy challenges in life, how's this little fur baby helping you? Especially with that little tongue. Look at the tongue out the mouth. Apart from just making us laugh and smile, what is it doing for your emotion, really?
Absolutely. I mean, yes, the dogs really, they know how to reduce anxiety and stress levels. We found it out a couple of years ago when my son was diagnosed with a PTSD.
Oh, wow. Okay.
After the loss of one of our pets, funny enough. So then you actually realize that the impact that pets have on a family. And then he went through a rough time, and we had little Mr. Miyagi that everybody knows. And then he started showing, you know, he can actually decrease the anxiety and depression. And with him being constantly around Marcel, that actually worked. And he started becoming an ESA pet, emotional support pet. And then Lulabelle joined us a couple of years ago after the loss of a human. And she was trained to be a deep therapy pet, what do you call it? Deep pressure therapy.
Oh, so this is not just
yes,
like
it's a whole mouthful.
It's not just like my dog is this thing. They actually train
they
and go
actually
through.
some of the emotional support pets are not always necessarily trained. They are the ones that show emotion. They're not service dogs that can access everything, but they're there to show compassion and, you know, be there for children or humans.
Oh, conversations have
Conversation starter. So they are there to, you know, reduce anxiety and depression and all those kind of things. So Lulabelle was then trained a little bit more to be a therapy dog, and her owner had cancer. So obviously she was trained to recognize the signs of depression. And yeah.
Amazing. I just thought that you'd come home and looking at the face is the reason why, but there's actually so much more that goes into this. Hey, little cutie, you just are so special. All right, so with that being said, I know that especially when we look at things like this floof ball Snow over here, these are puppies that are definitely going to keep you active. Looking after an animal keeps you on your toes. It keeps us active as well. I'm sure you're going through that right now, Kalika.
No, definitely.
Yeah?
It's potty training, it's teething, it's all sorts running around in the middle of the night. So yeah.
But this is something that could sometimes overwhelm us. But it seems that with animals, this doesn't seem to be the case. We put up with so much, we go through so much so willingly, and seem to kind of laugh at the end of some of the craziest situations. You ever find yourself in those situations?
No, definitely. This morning he decided to chew his leg because it's a new thing. It's a leg, but let's chew it. So yeah.
I think he's discovering these new cute parts of his own body, and he's like, oh, what's that?
No, definitely.
Chris, from the side of someone being more of a behaviorist, in terms of the real effect that's happening here, what's going on? We're talking about maybe some surface stuff here, for me especially, when I just talk about the emotion, but there's real deeper work happening here in terms of the support these dogs are offering us, our pets, in terms of what they can assist us with in what we're going through. Can you maybe highlight more about this?
I think to me, the most important thing when you have a dog and you're working with any kind of emotional thing is to make sure what you're asking of the dog is realistic.
Okay.
So I do get some people who have a bit of a fantasy about, well, I'm going to get this dog and it's going to just automatically make my life better. But if it's the wrong dog, it can be a little bit, almost the opposite thing can happen. So the most important thing when you're looking for a dog to fill this role is you've got to make sure you got the right dog. Because even though they all look different, their personalities are just as different. So when you have the right dog in the right context, it's wonderful. Everything is better with the right dog, but with the wrong dog, it can make life a little bit stressful. So that's my caution in this conversation, is to do your research and make sure you're asking of a dog something it can handle. Like Bear here is a great lap dog. As you can see, he's a professional lap dog. That's his job.
A professional lap dog and being so incredibly at it as well.
Exactly.
For you, just in general, and I know we have briefly touched on this, but how do you feel that, maybe personally, I can need to touch on you on a different story, how are each of these moments being with your animals, is it reducing anxiety? Is it genuinely giving you a better feeling? Or, I mean, we can be honest here and say, look, it is a bit overwhelming, but there's a silver lining. How is it personally affecting you right now?
No, sure. I mean, Shizzy, just imagine having a bad day at work or sitting in traffic all day. You get home, there's a fur ball meeting you at the door. It's just that kind of compassion. It's unconditional. So they come and they love you, they sit with you, and you can just sit and relax. Absolutely. I mean, all they want is love. So, I mean, Lula Bell, she's a professional napper. So she usually falls asleep on the job. So.
A lap sitter, a napper, and a floofer. I love this.
Yes.
All the specialists. Listen, there's so much to talk about, and there's also so much in the world of pets. And there's a great comfort knowing that I think we have products that also are assisting and allowing us to enjoy these moments even more. And I mean, caring for our companions who care for us, right? We've got NEXGARD, which has our furry friends covered, I think. We've got an incredible range, which is the global #1 pet parasite and parasiticide in sales. Now, this is something that you can guard them from when it comes to parasites inside and out, and that's with the most complete parasite protection range. And it's also available in a tasty monthly chew that dogs just love. Now, on top of this, the NEXGARD range also offers the right dose and right protection from fleas, ticks, mites, and worms. And I mean, there's more than 980 million doses sold worldwide and counting. So clearly they're getting something right. Now, NEXGARD and NEXGARD Spectre are also available in a convenient 1-month or 3-month protection pack. So it's not just the fur balls that are here right now, but the fact that we can keep that magic happening all throughout, and having products like NEXGARD, I think, allows this cuteness to just keep going on. Guys, thank you so much for bringing your loved ones through and sharing their effect with them, Zanzi. I think everybody just looking at them right now like, oh, the emotions has changed. So thank you. And I really, truly wish you nothing but the best of memories and magic that you have with these loved ones. Look at them.
Thank you very much.
Look at this sitting. Guys, I can't get enough. I need to stop this. Listen, as you can clearly see, we are all about spreading the love now. A great opportunity here is for you, Mzansi, because one lucky viewer stands the chance of winning themselves 2,000 Rand. And that's the cash prize to enjoy with their furry friend, as well as maybe a surprise goodie too. Yes, now to become a winner, simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram pages and tell us why your dog is your guardian of love. And don't forget to include the hashtag NEXGARD and the hashtag Guardians of Love in your answer. And a reminder, the competition closes at midday this Friday, the 31st of May. Your T's and C's do apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. All right, I'm done working. I want to play the dogs now. Hey, look at cuties. Actually, so cute, hey.